Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the I'm, of course, Chris, and we've got Laurie back with us.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. Yeah.
Yep. And we're going to be talking about issue 4 of Path of the Pale Rider.
Oh, heck yeah.
How long have you been doing that now for, Laurie?
It's been about a week. Just a week. No, I was kidding. It's been a year and a half.
But I mean, that's pretty good though. 4 issues in a year and a half. That's making good time.
Yeah. We published our first one in July of 2022. So, yeah, we're working. We're working our butts off, man.
Yeah, it seems like people like it. You consistently get funded and everything.
Yes, absolutely. This campaign, everybody on Kickstarter is hurting a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on. Everybody's taking a little bit slower to get funded, and it makes us all panic. But we're in a good place, so it's fine.
I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with Kickstarter recently. I'm not allowed on it.
Someone cut up your credit card. No.
Kickstarter apparently doesn't like spam, quote unquote spam messaging. So apparently I messaged too many creators about coming on the show in like one day. So
are you serious?
They don't let me they don't let me on anymore.
You know what though? They let all these scammers that are like, hey, come talk to me and I will help you, direct market your stuff to like your show is great because you could actually get new audience in front of these creators. All these other scammers are like, pay me $200 and I'll give you an email list, which results in $0. Right. It's ridiculous, but you as a creator, you get a ton of them. I've been getting them since we went to pre-launch status. And I've resorted to just answering them with memes. I think that's the best way to handle it.
That's one way of doing it.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if it's an automatic. I'm assuming it's an automatic thing because it's happened twice now.
Oh, no.
The first time I was like, okay, I won't send any more messages if that's an issue, or I'll cut them back. I'm just sending messages to reach out to people to come on my YouTube show. And they let me back on. And it happened again, and I reached out and said, "Well, I'll cut back if that's an issue." I wasn't aware that. I didn't think it was a big deal reaching out for a channel, but they've never answered me back. So I think I'm just not allowed back on Kickstarter.
Oh my Lord! And there's always like some random threshold number. It's like 51. You know what I mean? Like, and they don't tell anybody what that number is. And that happens on Facebook as well. Like my friend Carissa Grant, I'm sure you guys all know her because she's everywhere. Yeah. They were like, Facebook was like, make a group. She was like, okay, I'll make a group. And it's like, invite your friends. She's like, okay. So she started inviting her friends. blocked. I was like, are you kidding me? They're like, you can't invite more than 150 people to your group. It's like, why?
Yeah, why
Why?
is it a specific number?
Right? And it's like, hey, you should have told me there was a number I can do a day. Or what does it matter? If they're just coming to a free group, it's like, what does it matter? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But spam, she was blocked for like 24 hours. And she was like, okay, thanks, Facebook.
Wow. We got Soul popping in, says, welcome to the weekend roast where we have the uncrowned undead humor back on the show and can't wait to find out if her eyes really pop out like that.
Yes. Oh, he's referring to the my welcome video, which is the craziest welcome video on Kickstarter, I guarantee you. I talk to myself and yeah, I have an eyeball that pops out. I have a blooper reel for that too. It's really funny.
Yeah, I'm sure that's something that's pretty unique in the crowdfunding, your videos and how you set them up and you get people like an interview and everything. Yeah. That's something that people probably don't put that kind of work into their videos as much as you do.
Probably not. At least I haven't come across that. You know, it's just something that kind of sets us apart is that the fan interaction part is there and we enjoy it. So we release, like Chris said, a short film with every issue and people get to participate. Hey, there's Pops. Pops is in like 2 videos. He'll be in this next one too. He was alive in the first one he was in and we killed him off in the second one. Third one will be making his debut as a zombie. It'll be great.
Triumphant return. So saying, you look a bit ruffled today. Is this because your pipe is leaking? I don't know. I just woke up like a little bit ago. I guess I'm slow getting going. No, my pipe is still leaking. It's dripping away back there. I got a bucket underneath trying to catch it all. I was supposed to have a plumber the other day, and he came up to the house and canceled on me. He didn't even come in. It's like, yeah, he's like, I got all this stuff going on. Is it okay if I just don't make it? I said, no, it's fine. I understand. You know, he got really busy and everything, and it was an older man, so I'm not gonna like get upset. But I'm supposed to. Mom's reaching out to a guy that my uncle knows, but not being able to get him till next week. But he's supposed to be pretty good and cheap.
Hopefully.
So, affordable, not maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
cheap, affordable. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, good. I just need to get somebody up here. There was one people I was going to reach out to, but I looked at their reviews and they had some pretty bad reviews with their pricing and stuff. So I was like,
pass.
I was like, I'll pass. So
hey, Pedro.
Hopefully I can get up there, get that pipe fixed. And my toilet, this house when I bought it, has a lot of problems I never fixed yet. Because like the people who was renting it out and everything, they had their son, I think it was, doing the work, like the handyman work and fixing everything. And he's not like licensed or nothing. So there's a lot of like jury rigged stuff, like the wiring. We had Petey, who's an actual certified guy, going over and doing my mom's wiring, fixing it and doing it all up, fixing up the sockets. And he said like, this was dangerous. He's like, this was really dangerous. They have like all the wiring, like jury rigged and everything. Like we hooked up a new stove before Petey could fix it. Hooked up a new stove, and within like a couple of days, we heard a pop and everything, and it just fried the thing. And we're like, whoa, damn!
Glad your house didn't start on fire. That's the big concern is a electrical fire in the wall.
Yeah, like he was showing us some of the wiring and it was all just jury rigged together and all sticking out. He's like, yeah, you're lucky this hasn't like burned down. He's like, he went through and just refixed all of it for her side. My side's like this old knob and tube stuff from like the early days of electric.
Oh no.
But I mean, my toilet doesn't even set up against the wall. He's got like halfway into the floor. Like
that's random.
Yeah, like I gotta set sideways to poop. It's ridiculous.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't understand why. He's got like 8 inches out from the edge into the floor. It's like, So I don't know. So it all needs redone. Everything in my house needs redone. It's odd. So maybe if he's affordable and he works out, maybe I can have him do some more work outside of
Yeah.
just the leak, get him to fix my
Yeah.
toilet and do other stuff. I don't know.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, that I'm dealing with a lot of nonsense here at the house.
I'm sorry.
It is what it is. Power says, Sugar, tell the guests why you dress up like a lady and hang out at truck stops. I'm not hanging out at any truck stops, Pale Rider. Gosh dang it. And stop with, stop with that bear emoji.
No
You know what? We'll allow the bear emoji today because we can say it's in reference to our favorite
Path of the Pale Rider. Yeah, yeah. It's Big James. It's Big James.
Yeah, that's what we're going for. And I don't dress up like no lady. I'm wearing my Nightwolf hoodie for Rob Motari.
Heck yeah. That's a great book too.
That's right. Let's see. Oh, that's you. What do you do?
I put it up there because someone said, don't mistake Pale Rider for Pale Rider, right? And I was like, well, we can't be in the same place or the universe might explode. So,
right. Yeah, our Pale Rider, if he was in your book, would probably be over there with the zombie strip club or something.
That was in the last book.
We should have all chipped in and paid for like a drawn-in tier for Pale Rider to be at that strip club.
Oh, don't worry. There'll be some other opportunities. Don't worry.
We got Meredith says, "Hail from work."
What's
well,
up?
I'm glad you're joining us, Meredith. Hope your work's going all right. Mine's been a bit hectic. We had company coming, so we had to get it all good and ready, and I ended up being over. Oof. Paris says he has to go replenish his vodka supply. Be back in a bit. Chris, enjoy my absence. Oh, every second of it. Every second of it.
See, we can't be in the same place for long. Things happen.
So says Laurie, my favorite part is when you follow and ask yourself, are you okay?
Well, I can show people the videos if they're interested because it's funny. I can share your screen and you can we play them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because that's one of the cool parts about Path of the Pale Rider is all the video stuff that we do.
There we go. Bring it up there.
Right. All right. So here we go. We really have no idea. Smash.
Hi, everyone. I'm Laurie Calcaterra. I am the writer-creator of the all-new Western apocalypse comic book series, Path of the Pale Rider. What's this? Apparently, I'm going to be joined by recently deceased news reporter Ellie Brock from WDED Channel 13. Why? Hello, Ellie. How are you? I'm dead. How do you think I feel? Oh, but I'm sorry. Moving on. In Path of the Pale Rider, your body can stop, but your soul or your energy doesn't leave your body upon death. Your brain rots in your skull, leaving you confused, forgetful, totally violent, or detached, whatever. People, animals, insects, we're all stuck here together. There is no death, only decay. Did you tell them about Big James? Yeah, I didn't get that far. Big James is a giant undead bear.
Big deal, Big James.
Terrifying. Leave your eye alone. So in issue 1, we follow Jude St. Clair 10 years into the apocalypse. He meets Big James. Consequences! Issue 2, Jude St. Clair goes to the town of Santa Claus looking for information, and he picks a fight and consequences. Please stop doing that. Issue 3, we jump all the way back in time to the beginning, the day that Death went missing, and consequences. Yeah. I mean, I guess you can say that. It's just that I can't really show you too much of issue number 4 without spoilers because we're still dealing with what happened at the end of the last issue. What? You killed Jude? Ellie, I didn't say that. I can't believe you killed him off. That's your main character. This is how rumors get started. It's not. Jude, such a thing. What's wrong with you? My eye is weird. Stop touching it. It's going to fall out. That would be funny. No, that would be disgusting. Our art team on issue number 4 is our very own Mark Woodfillo on pencils and inks, and of course Matt Chambers, who joined us on colors in the last issue. Ellie, do you want to tell people who the variant artists are? Lacey Kruger and Blue Russell, Lauren Gibson, and me. No, you didn't make a cover. No, the last cover is a sketch cover so that people can get their own original James from.
No spoilers, Pop.
Artist. I just wanted to feel.
Yeah.
Oh dear God. The Film Rider is a fan interactive experience where there's a riddle on the back of every cover, and there are short films that enrich the story where you can interact with the world. You can find us just about everywhere. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, and all of our videos, our short films are on YouTube if you want to participate in the shenanigans. I'm just gonna keep going here. New to the campaign are trucker hats. There's an updated surprise reward, and the new Funko Pop will be Callie St. Clair, which is, of course, Jude St. Clair's mom. Don't forget, we are building a poker deck in the stretch goals, so we're going to continue. We unlocked the King of Hearts last campaign, and I'm hoping that we could unlock like 2 or 3 cards this time. And if you're new to Path of the Pale Rider, don't worry. I always have a catch-up tier looking for the catch-up bottle. And that's where you can get caught up on everything that we've done so far. I think that's it. Thank you in advance for your support. Thank you for supporting Indie. And Ellie, any last words you want to say? Chicken nuggets.
There we go.
I quit.
I quit. Consequences, but oh, that's in the updates. Hold on. Let me go to view project because then what we were talking about with the bloopers where I talk to myself and like she finds her eye on the floor. It's funny. Yay!
News reporter Ellie Brock from WTED Channel 13. Are you okay? I'm okay. I don't have anything for this. No one prepared me for this. That's a hot mess. Someone get her out. Someone come to Ellie. Please. Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh.
This one's good.
Oh. I'll find it. I got it. Whose idea was this? Bubbles! Back to you. Sugar. Sassafras. Country music. Peas and carrots. Caramel corn. Maple syrup. Back to you. Someone come get Ellie. Thank you.
Take it away.
It's funny. Anytime I make a blooper reel now, that music has to be in it because it was the last blooper reel was the same music, and it just fits so perfectly.
Yeah, it's you do such work into those videos. Obviously,
Mhm.
you put a lot of work into them, and I remember you saying that your husband is involved with it as well, right?
Yeah, unwillingly most of the time. I'm like, hey, I got a great idea for a video. Will you do this today? And he just looks at me like, woman. Until there was, running me over with the car. He had great fun with that one.
Right up, didn't it?
He was like, do we need another take? Do we need another take of that? And I was like, no,
right?
I think we got it. He's like, no, I think we should do another one. You can see all of the short films and all the antics down here. I do have them at the bottom in the big picture section. So here's all the riddles that are on the back cover. So issue number 1, issue number 2, issue number 3. If you haven't tackled the one on issue number 3, it is so much fun. They're all good, but they're all, different. And this was the last one I did where it's just a bunch of QR codes and they take you to different YouTube videos where it's either like trailers for Westerns or zombies or action movies. And then there's some just downright silly ones where it's like He-Man singing and like the Swedish chef making hot sauce. And one of them somewhere in this 24 is additional content for Path of the Pale Rider. It's another short film that I crafted with my husband. And it's a little creepy, but it fits right into where we are in the story. So it's you got to find it. You cannot search for it on my YouTube. It's in a secret list. The only way to find it is through this QR code.
Oh.
Yeah. But here's all the short films from previous work. So like, here's my husband playing a news anchor, and then me playing Ellie Brock, investigative reporter, who then gets run over by a car.
His film debut.
Well, he was in this one. He does the voiceover.
When it comes to an inspired and privileged retirement,
I remember that.
Pine Fox is where you want to be.
And then he shows up towards the end. He's right here. So
AD years matters to you.
He is actually double dipping. He's in the riot scene as well, but he's right behind like this guy who gets shot. He's right behind him. So because you can there to like make it look like a bigger group, because this was right smack dab in the middle of the pandemic. So we were having a hard time finding extras, right?
People.
So it's like you can be in it, but you have to have your face completely covered and you have to be like behind people. You can't be in the front where we can actually see you. Man. So, but he's like the sales guy for the undead retirement community called Pine Fox, which is hilarious because in a Western, they bury you in a pine box.
See what's
right
there.
So it's called Pine Fox Undead Retirement Community. But I love this one. It was the first one we did. And it's just like there's white picket fences and beautiful things that are like glitching. Right. Mm-hmm. And then there's the riots and like the reality of what the world is doing. So it's just, a comment on what you see sometimes isn't the truth, et cetera, et cetera. And you don't see anybody's faces in this commercial. You only see like the backside of them. So you don't know that they're undead until you get to the end where there's this little girl.
Okay, Mom.
Yeah.
Now, will people in the comic see Pine Fox and will see your husband in it?
Yes. It's great. In issue 3. Okay. So issue 1, we start all the way in the we're at 10 years into the apocalypse. So we're showing you what the world looks like already. It's already been destroyed. So like here's issue 1 recap. It goes kind of quick, but things are messed up. He runs into Big James, right? He's in the wild. There's a lot of quiet moments where Jude makes decisions and he has to deal with the consequences. But there's not a lot of exposition or conversation. You get most of the story, what he's looking for, on like 2 pages. And then after that, it's just straight up action of him making decisions in the wild. And then in issue 2, Jude goes to a town called Santa Claus, which is hilarious because they're the most unwelcoming people on the face of the earth. And they don't like undead people and they don't like strangers, right? But he's looking for something or someone who he finds, and it's just not what he was expecting. Anyway, so at the end of this issue, we actually drop you back in time to the beginning, the day that Death went missing. Now in issue 3, you get to experience what went wrong. Okay. We don't give you the explanation, but Jude St. Clair is a young man. He's an EMT and is a first responder at a car accident. And they experience for the first time someone who dies and then reanimates right there. But again, they're not zombies. They're not brain craving, eating zombies. It's them. It's just that their body is dead. So they can walk and talk and remember usually in the beginning, but then as time goes on and they rot, their brain decays, they get forgetful, they get disorientated, violent, detached. They get to be very dangerous just because they can't control themselves or they're losing their humanity, right? So in this issue, you'll get to see one of the characters watches the news. So you'll see Dominic, my husband, on the news as the news reporter for WDED telling people what's the crisis of the day. And then Jude St. Clair is clicking through the channels and there's a commercial for Pine Fox Undead Community. So we tie it all together. In fact, if you look at this cover, Marco's cover for issue number 4, it's an undead riot. So we're tying it back to the Pine Fox commercial with the riot. If you look what these guys are wearing, they're wearing these red armbands with these patches, which is what we wore in the video. So we pay very close attention.
Yeah, nice little attention to details.
Yeah, so if you're looking, it's there. Let me go back to where there's a riot. Here, on this person on the right, you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they were all wearing these armbands with these patches. So it's fun to me to tie it all together. You know what I mean? So the short films are in the comic. The comics are in the short films. The bonus material from the riddles will tie it all together as well. So it's really one universe and we just get to explore it with different medium. And it's great because everybody can experience it to the level they want to. So if you just want to read the comic, great. That's the main story. You're going to get the meat and potatoes. But if you want to go a little deeper, solve the riddles. And if you want to see yourself in the world, participate in the short films. Because not only do I do video, I do still frame as well. So people can take a selfie for this next one I'm working on and I zombify them. And then it's going to be in the short film. Everybody's going to have a rap sheet of how they were collected. So we really try to get people involved. It's more fun. It's more fun when we all get to, participate in the shenanigans together. So that's what we're doing.
Becomes like a community around the book in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
And like everybody's getting along and having a good time.
Yes. Like we were just, I just did a poll in the group where I was like, okay, now that we're at issue 4, anybody have any idea what they think, broke Death? So people are still giving answers of what they think. And I just let them say whatever they want to. It's a fun time.
Let me see what everybody's saying. So come on now, doubling down on the crazy Trump voter stereotype. I did not vote for
That's because your collection is out behind you.
I didn't vote for nobody. Oh, yeah. Well, I got a bunch of them. I got all strung around the room right now. Let's see. Extreme crapping.
Sideways crapping.
Yeah. Like BMX here. We're going hard, doing tricks. Let's see. Oh, we got Ryu Mav. Hello.
Hello.
Well, glad to see folks popping in.
Yeah.
Is your toilet the reason there were no roasts during the week? Combination of not having a guest lined up and like having this leak I'm trying to deal with and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Flying Feline. Hello. Let's see. She's about the chicken nuggets.
It's funny because, oh my gosh, when I'm doing kind of like the press tour at the moment where I'm going around everybody's shows and talking about it. And but I find myself quoting Ellie at times where people are like, tell me what happened in issue 1, 2, and 3 and where we are now. And I'm like, oh, Jude was on the road and he met Big James and then there was consequences. And I was like, oh, Lord. Right. And I was like, it just kind of, it works that way now.
Whenever somebody asks you a question, consequences. That's what happens.
Right.
The music makes Chris feel right at home.
The banjos.
Hey,
you guys are not nice.
There is nothing wrong with banjos.
Hey man, banjos
great
are great.
music.
Banjos are difficult to play too. Heck yeah.
I like some old country music or some bluegrass. Yeah.
Country
McGee?
music.
Hey McGee.
Crystal's
I
good
hope
people.
you're doing well.
Oh, did you know The Good Night, Crystal's first book, is actually available as a PDF free read on this campaign. So our first, well, let me show you all these guys, man. So one of the cool things we do on Kickstarters these days, all of us cool kids, is that we will put together a PDF bundle as our first stretch goal. So when we hit 5,000, and we will, that unlocks 15 PDFs for all of these awesome indie gold books.
The Rich's book here.
Yeah, Rich. So like Mother's Whisper we had last time, it is so warped. I had to put it back on. And I'll have my regulars like Avalon is always here, Raze is always here, Worthy Chaos is always here. I've had PTSD, I can't say it, a couple times. This is the second time for Ink and Orphan Bloodline. All these other ones are new. So I usually just put out a call to the indie community and say, hey, is anybody interested in sharing their issue 1 PDF for my PDF bundle? So we have Dragon Child, which is an all ages story, is amazing. Dusk. This is not just a 22-page PDF. This is like a 60-page volume he sent me, and I was like, wow. Fluff's Fury, which is the craziest fight scenes I've ever seen. Incantessi, beautiful series with magic built around ballet and circular movement and time travel. Just nuts. Kara Prime, if you this one is nuts, but it's you get to meet the characters. Knave of Hearts, I haven't read yet, but I plan to. It looks amazing. And of course, Slaughterville, if you guys aren't familiar with Chris Brown and Slaughterville, this is again another volume. It's like 55 pages. Here's The Good Night. This is Crystal's amazing story that is so in depth it will blow your mind. It's all amazing stuff. And what I love about this is that you can do this right here. Download this $5 PDF, and when we hit 5,000, you get additional 15. So you'll get 16 downloads for $5.
Yeah, that's a lot of bang for your buck.
Right. And you can be international. So I have backers out in Germany that are here every campaign, and he loves these. He gets all of them because it's such a good deal and it's so much fun. And for creators, it's a great chance for us to kind of cross audiences. So it's like someone might really love Crystal's book and then find her project and continue following based off of reading her first book on my campaign. So
that's always like that Rob Motari does. He's always collaborating with other creators and doing like little prints, or here you can get their PDFs, or do this or do that. And I'm like, well, that's pretty cool.
Crystal's main character is a teddy bear. It was it's like Arthurian. Like King Arthur, right? I don't know how to say that word. Arthurian. Forget it. I quit. King Arthur. And it's that kind of lore. And her main character was a knight who got turned into a teddy bear, and he's stuck in this teddy bear forever. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. And she's just got she's got just all this lore built into her story. Like Dune, how meaty Dune is with all like the houses and like they have their own history and language and culture. That's what Crystal has put into her book. It's an amazing book. Crystal was on my show. I don't know, was it last month, Crystal? But yeah, we got to do a deep dive into her story and project, and she's on to the next one. So it was really cool. We had a good time.
There's a bunch there that I don't recognize there. I'll have to, maybe I can find a way to reach out to them and have them on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm sure. That's 90% of the battle for indie is just people knowing that we exist, because we do fun stuff, like videos, and like we're building a poker deck in my stretch goals. So this is like every 50 backers, we unlock a poker card. Here's the one we did last time. We unlocked it because Pops and I were the one that were talking about this, and it was actually Pops' original idea, and then it turned into this poker card. So so every 50 backers we release a poker card, and we released it at 100 backers on last campaign. So I was like, we're going to start at 50 this one, so we can unlock at least 2, hopefully 3. If we can get to 150 backers, we'll do 3. I mean, if we can get to 200, 400, whatever, I'll keep releasing them.
We keep pumping out these cards.
Right, but I don't think we're gonna get there, right? So this is the one we just unlocked when we passed 50 backers, is the Ace of Hearts, which is the living disc, and then these 2 will also be part of the Hearts suit. So we'll keep going in Hearts for now.
Card back there is nice.
What's that?
That card back there that was showing, that was pretty.
This
nice.
one?
Yeah, the back of it there.
Yeah, this is what they look like. This is the physical ones that I got. So yeah, here's kind of a close up, but it has like a black border. That's what they actually look like when they're printed. They look really nice. And I'm shipping these in card protectors for now. When we get closer to having more of a full deck, I will have boxes printed, and we can distribute those as well. So we'll keep your cards safe until we get a little further. I want to make sure everybody has a nice deck of cards, not a crumpled, wrinkly deck of cards when we finish. So, but we just got good stuff. And, we still have that Choose Your Own Adventure book that you can add on. You can add on t-shirts, these trucker hats. This one right here is the new item. I have keychains you can add on, but I mean, like, really, PDF start at $5. I have a $10 option where it's just the book, no PDF, no bells or whistles, so you can get in if you are strapped for funds. I make sure everybody has a level that they can get. The catch-up tier, the PDF catch-up tier, so you get one free because they're usually $5, so it's like you get 4 for the price of 3. You get the first one free, and you can get caught up in every single issue all at once, which is nice on a digital price. This early bird is going on. It ends pretty soon. It ends in 2 days. So we're building a sticker collection as well. So this is the main cover, the PDF, and then I print a collectible sticker. I never release what it is beforehand, but it always pertains to this issue. And so those are only limited to 25. As many go in 1 week.
Like in early.
Yeah. So if you want one of those, make sure you get in there because it turns off after 7 days. And then, of course, we just start going into, like the book and PDF combo. All of my variants are the same price. So you can get Marco's cover. This is Lacey Kruger's cover. She does this like Peach Momoko amazing watercolor duality style. This is chock full of innuendo and foreshadowing and the death of society and the birth of the new is what we're communicating here. So in issue number 4, we pick up where we left off with Jude's family, and they're kind of have to deal with the consequences of what happened in the last one. It's not a good day. It's a rough issue for him and his family, but it will definitely tell you why Jude is the way he is and what sets him out on his path. So again, we basically burn everything down in this issue, and it's becomes something new. So that's what this issue is telling you. The red versus the green, the living versus the undead, is very much the center of the story in this one. Now, if you want something a little silly, I'm just gonna put that up here.
Good old dad joke. Hi, hungry, I'm dad.
Yes. Oh, we were laughing about this, about the undead trying to just move, carry on with their new life, undead life. What would they do? And this is Lauren Gibson, who, by the way, is one of the most interesting people I have ever met. Really? She's a music major in college, and her area of expertise is opera singing. She's an artist. She specializes in blacklight art, and she makes like ceramic mushrooms.
Okay.
So it's just crazy stuff, right? It was just like,
Very
wow,
artistic.
that's one of the most interesting people on the planet. So she came up with this idea of a undead cookout, and then I named it the Zombie. It's this little girl with no jaw trying to continue eating a hot dog. But in the background, this van is the collectors. So that's the government agency that makes you disappear when you're undead. They come get you and they take you to hopefully Pine Fox Undead Retirement Community, but probably not.
Probably not a happy ending.
Yeah, it's my world. So no, it's not. But we don't know where they go yet. So we can't, And then, of course, if you want something different than that, we have the William Russell. This is very much Western. We were thinking like wanted poster-esque. Jude and, of course, Big James, because Big James is a fan favorite. Everybody must have a Big James.
It's interesting how
Ellie Brock cover, so Isla. And our last cover is a sketch cover, of course. Laurie, it would be fun to have an Ellie Brock variant cover on the next campaign since she pretended there was one. We could always add an Ellie Brock cover where she drew it. We could add that to this one where it's like, it's the sketch cover, but Ellie will draw a picture on it and it would just be like stick figures and ridiculous. Signed by Ellie Brock. But I love the idea of sketch covers, and I had a few people request them. So they can draw their very own Big James on the cover. So that's why this is here. There is also an original art Marco DeFillo level for 200, where he will take your sketch cover and draw an original Big James, Jude, or Zombie on it for you. So you get, basically the only Big James ever like that. It's so cool. So, and a portion of this reward level goes right to Marco, so to pay him for his art.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's the covers. We got all sorts of stuff though.
So it said, "Sugar, being dead in a comic project is your thing. Go for it."
Pops had put something up in the comments. You actually can't get drawn into the comic on my campaign, but if you go to the Roku campaign for the Madness for the Madness Roku channel, you can get drawn into Path of the Pale Rider if you back that one. I don't have a drawing tier on this campaign. That doesn't mean that we won't have them in the future. We just don't have them on this campaign. I didn't want to compete with the other level that I put on the Roku.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. So it's an option. You just have to go to the Roku channel to back it, and we'll get you in this upcoming issue because it's not done yet.
Maybe if I could go and get drawn in as like some nutty guy who tries to go out there and befriend Big James and he gets mauled to death.
I'll go talk to him, guys. I'll be right back. That was the end of the Red Dress Man.
Yep.
We will miss him. Oh. But yeah, that's where we are. We're having fun. Chris gets killed in Incontessi Part 2. I don't know. Do you? Are you in Incontessi?
Yeah, I was in the drawn in for Incontessi. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I'll have to go look. I have all those PDFs. In fact, I'm working with Rich Parada to write issues 3, 4, 5, 6 for Incontessi.
Oh wow! You made you part of the team.
What's that?
So you made you part of the team there.
Yeah, that's been happening. Like William Russell and I barter, for a lack of better words. So I am writing Psycho Sal issues 4, 5, and 6 of his like 80s slasher. I don't know. It's a 9 issue arc, and it's really crazy. But of course, I like bring on the crazy, like bring it on. Challenge accepted. So issue 4 is complete. I think it's at the printer. Issue 5 I think is launching pretty soon on Kickstarter, and then we'll be doing issue 6 His series is really cool. It changes perspective every 3 issues. So the story's going forward in time, but like the first 3 issues were told by like the homicide detectives who are hunting the serial killer in New Orleans in the 80s. And then at 4, 5, and 6, you get to see the story continue, but from a female victim's point of view. The homicide people are still there looking, but she's the new like protagonist in the story. And then 7, 8, and 9, we're gonna flip it again, and Chris Hayes is gonna write the ultimate ending from the serial killer's point of view. So 7, 8, and 9 will be from Psycho Sal's point of view.
Yeah, it shifts around.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, and I'm just it's really fun to be a part of something like that. So every issue that I write, William and I work together, and I get a cover. So ta-da! It's a beautiful cover. He did the Death by Snoo Snoo cover from my last campaign. You guys remember that one?
Death by Snoo Snoo cover.
You know what I'm saying? Death by Snoo Snoo.
Yeah, I know what it means.
This one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the booby cover.
Yeah, well, she undead. She, if you sleep with her, you're probably going to catch something.
Yeah, probably something nasty. Ugh.
So, yeah. So those are the 2 covers that I have from William Russell so far. I'm sure we'll have another one. And then Rich had one here too on issue number 2. Rich Parada, he did the poker table, that one. Was turned out really good. And of course, we have metal covers. We got all the fancy stuff. I have retail rewards. Oh, the secrets. I like to do secret rewards. Did we talk about these? Hi, DJ. Did we talk about these last time?
I think here it's super secret. I'm not sure.
I started doing them on the second campaign where I had this idea for something that was really cool, but I didn't, I could only do a few of them. So I threw it out there as a super secret and dared people to back it.
Oh, yeah. Where you didn't know what you were getting exactly, right?
Well, they don't know, but I know.
Well,
but
yeah,
these are all
know
things
what's going out, but they don't. Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah,
these are all things that are handmade and usually slightly warped. So the first one I made was like a wooden, and I handcrafted this wooden box, stained it. I wrote a poem, which I burned into the sides of the box. I wood burned it in. And then when you open the box, inside of it was a glass bottle full of ashes and bones. And the whole point of it was because in Path of the Pale Rider, there is no death. So you can actually be stuck in ashes. If we burn you or we cremate you, you still don't get to transition. You're stuck. So you're in your ashes and it's terrible. It's like terrible. So the whole point of the box the bottle is like a seashell. If you put it to your ear, instead of hearing the ocean, are you going to hear the voices of the soul that's damned and stuck in the ashes? So I made a few of those. Last campaign, I built a working disc. So these things that everybody is wearing on their chest, right? It's a heartbeat monitor that you wear on the outside. So that's in this world. It's like, okay, once your heart stops beating, that's the classification. You are no longer alive. You are now considered undead. So they're green and they have like the EKG line that goes across, and they have a speaker so you can hear the heartbeat. So there's visual confirmation with both the heart line and the color, and audio confirmation that this person is alive. And then they turn red and they alarm when your heartbeat stops. So I made one of those for a backer.
That's pretty cool.
It lights up and everything. So we took a selfie. We shared it on Facebook the other day. I was like, so that was the secret reward. That one was a little more pricey because I had to buy components and piece it all together. The one for this campaign, I'm still building it, but it doesn't take as many components. So it dropped from 125 to 85 for the secret reward. And Okay, I did limit them. I panicked for a second because I was like, I didn't put a limit on this. No, it's limited to 10. I thought for a second, I was like, I'll be building these until the cows come home. No, there's 10 available, and someone did back one of these already. So, and yes, I am so jovial with all the morbid topics. That's kind of where we live. It's like, it's dark. We have a dark sense of humor. And we do stuff like, the topics are really dark in this book. In issue 3, when we show the collectors and what they're doing, they went to a house and they took a little girl. She was 15 and undead, and her mom is crying and screaming, trying to get her to stay, that she's not a threat. But these basically thugs that are dressed all in black and have a patch on their arm go in and snatch this little girl out of her house and throw her into a van, and she's disappeared. We don't know where she goes. So it's terrifying sometimes to think about how people would react to this.
Yeah. Oof.
But then we have fun and we run people over with cars. You know what I mean? So it's just, you can't just live in the darkness. I think it's too much. We gotta have that balance of darkness and comedy. Otherwise it's too much.
Yeah, a little bit of levity. You know?
Yes. You need those breaks from that hard thoughts that can happen. So
Cocaine Bear, yeah, that fits.
Yeah. So Book of Eli, the good, like spaghetti westerns, The Walking Dead, Cocaine Bear. Those are the 4 I picked. But like Fallout, you'll get heavy Fallout vibes. We get some huge scenes and battles. So like Mad Max, we just haven't gotten that far yet. Yeah. The further Jude gets, it gets really crazy. Really crazy. I keep telling people, it was number 8. Oh, this is something interesting that I want to talk about. So we combined 2 issues to make number 4. So the script was 13 issues for the first full arc, and I made it 12. And we combined issues 4 and 5. So you're actually getting a little more meat in this issue than what was previously planned.
So how many
but it made
pages
sense.
is it?
This one will be 28. They're usually 24. We gave us another 4 pages to make sure we could squeeze it all in there. And then
What made you decide to combine 2 issues together?
We did, but it's like they were a little bit short too. There's like huge topics that happen in both, but they were both a little bit short. And when I looked at them, I was like, there's not enough in here, because when Marco draws it, he can draw so many things going on in one panel. He can make it work the way it needs to. So I was looking at it, I was like, I don't think this would be a full 24 pages, and neither would the next one. So we're going to make sure that it makes sense, and we will put it into one cohesive issue. But that also helps us because we get closer to, the bigger stuff that happens quicker. You know what I mean? We get through some of the hard stuff early. And I don't mean hard that it's boring. I mean that it's hard that it's devastating.
Yeah.
Because if you know me, I like to kill off characters.
Nobody overstays their welcome in your books.
No, you know what? I was on a live stream last night and they were like, well, how many main characters do you have in your story? And I was like, well, ones that stay alive. And he was like, what?
Still here? None.
I was like, in that case, just one. He was like, excuse me? I was like, well, I mean, like, they're there for their purpose. And then they,
I mean, if it's a dangerous world, you got to show it.
Yeah. And I mean, we're still in the beginning where things are really falling apart fast. So there's a lot of trauma that happens right in the beginning. So unfortunately, yeah, there's a sad time where you're like, oh, I really like this character. Oh.
Too bad. Enjoy them while they last.
Yeah, well, You get to see, you might get to see them again. And that's the cool part about this story. Just because we kill them off doesn't mean that they're done.
Yeah,
They can
don't
still
stay dead.
participate. You might see Prince again. I'm just saying, because we didn't resolve that. You know, if people have read issue 1, you can, that might happen. She was 15, undead.
My rule of thumb is that you can point out a good writer by the fact they're fun to listen to, which applies here as well. Just saying.
Hey,
oh, stop
thank
it.
you.
Stop saying just saying. Ugh.
I appreciate that. I know I'm having fun. I have fun with this whole thing. You know, the hardest part of my job is to Kickstarter and to go beg for money. But people tend to really enjoy what we're doing, so they come out and they support, and I appreciate that. We have a good time. You know,
you can get that. You can get Laurie's fancy hat as well in the campaign.
You can get one like this one, but probably a little bit better because I'll actually do it right. We're gonna do that. I have, you know, all sorts of stretch goals planned too. We have koozies. These are made. These are really, they turned out really good. So I have black ones or white ones, multicolored, or these are that holographic vinyl. They're really cool. And then, did you see my slice and dice from the last one?
I think you showed it, didn't you?
Did I? Did I show you the video?
It's either you showed it or I watched it later. I can't remember.
Okay. Well, I dressed up as Pikachu, and we smashed a freaking watermelon to smithereens on my show on the Tuesday Morning Brew on the live. So for this one, since it's going to be October, we're going to smash a pumpkin. You know, and I usually let people vote on the weapon, and last time we named the watermelon, which was fun because they named it King Joffrey Baratheon because F that guy. And we smashed it. Plus, I used a soup can in a sock.
That's interesting.
Someone had suggested it in the poll. I guess it's a prison weapon, according to Pops. I don't know. But that one had great destructive radius in the smashing. So I was like, we might bring that out again and smash a pumpkin with it.
How big's the soup can?
It was just a soup can. It was just like a Campbell's chicken noodle soup, classic soup can. But you put it in like an athletic sock, like a tube sock, and you can swing it. That's what I did. And it was, oh my gosh, you should hear my cackle. I was just laughing so hard because it just went everywhere. And my kids were home because it was during the summer. So we smashed it and it just went. My kids are laughing and it was like in the pool. And yeah, we had a good old time. So I'm looking forward to doing that again. We got to get to 6,000 before we unlock that bad boy. And I got some other stuff like I'm custom making some bookmarks. If you take a look at this, there's a message in Morse code on the top and bottom, so you can figure that out. Means something. And then if we get to 7, we got some enamel pins. And at 75, if we somehow get that far, I'll surprise you and razzle and dazzle you with something I have planned, but I'm not saying what it is.
And you do, I'm always seeing your stuff on Facebook. You do stuff outside the campaigns as well, right? You go play and everything.
I do what?
You like go places like the like comic shops and stuff, don't you?
Oh yeah, like this week I went to a new to me comic shop. It was in McKinney, Texas, and just hang out with the owners for a little bit. It was a man and his wife and their giant dog named Pancake, who was such a good dog. It was so funny. I love Pancake. But the store's name is Carpe Diem in downtown McKinney. It's a beautiful store, nice and big, and it has 2 floors, and they have games. They had a gaming section upstairs where you could play the games. They had books upon books, pops and collectibles and all sorts of stuff. But I just love going in and introducing myself, and I'm local and this is what I do. And we just learn about each other. And a lot of times comic book stores like to have local people in, and we can set up tables at shops and hang out and talk to the people as they come through the door. And It helps promote, the store by, hey, we got, new people in, come talk to them. And then it helps me get my name out there as well. So they're actually super busy this weekend in McKinney because they're doing their Oktoberfest. So he was like, oh, I wish I could have had you table over the weekend, but I'm already booked for the weekend. First I'm going to Pastime Comics, which is the Charter Comics kind of their store. It's their hub. So I'll be there. I'm going to meet a fan. He wants issue number 3, which came out like last month. So I usually sign and give that. He's a regular. So I'm making a special stop for him. And then I'm going over to Geek Out in Berlin, Texas. I'm going to Charles Beer, and something. His store is just amazing. They just have everything. Books, plushies, toys, and they have a gaming session. They do a lot of more like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments and Magic tournaments, and but they're just really cool. They're really cool there, and I have a good time. Marco DeFillo, our main artist, is actually out that way, so he and I are going to meet Charles today and hang out and table and
that's
see the
pretty
masses. So I stay busy. Yeah. So during next week. What's that?
Said, yeah, you're always on the go.
Dude, when I Kickstarter, I don't play. I want to get funded, right? So like next week, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 podcasts. One of them is my own, but I'm going on 8 other people's podcasts. And then Saturday and Sunday is Cowtown Comic-Con in Fort Worth. So I'll be there both Friday, or no, I won't be there on Friday to set up, but I'll be there on Saturday and Sunday. The following week, I have, again, podcasts all during the week. And then Marco and I are both going to Arlington Fan Days, Saturday and Sunday. And then the following week, I don't think I have every single day, but, still podcasts. And then we wrap up on that following Monday. That's it. We're done. So it's a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Get in. Let's get funded so we can make like the best product for our fans and do all the fun stuff. You know what I mean? I have plans for this next riddle. Woo, do I have plans for this next riddle?
Yeah, so if you're down there in Texas, you might bump into Laurie when you're going to get your pull list and stuff.
Yeah, seriously. I'll be all over the place. Be like, I know you. I'm like, can't stay by.
Gotta go to the next one.
Yeah, bye.
Being chicken noodled souped to the ground must be embarrassing. Well, that's how you.
Oh my God! Can you imagine
your dominance in that prison yard? You just bop them with a soup can.
Dude, you would be messed up. Like you would be messed up if you got hit with the soup can like this. Like I hit that watermelon and it exploded. I could just imagine that being someone's head.
Yeah, I'd always heard about putting change in like a sock and rolling it up.
Same idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a bunch of rolls of nickels.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why nickels. They're heavier.
Yeah, I guess. Well, Pale Rider's back.
Hello.
About time. You missed like the whole show. What are you doing?
I have Funko Pops left too. There's a few left.
Oh.
The new Funko Pop, Callie St. Clair, she was the first one gone.
Wow. People really wonder.
Yeah. So every campaign I run 2 Funko Pops. One, like this one, is called the Singularity. It's the only one. So it's the brand new, the concept piece. You know what I mean? There's only one made. And this one people fight over. So far, the lady that's gotten this is the reigning champion, and she keeps getting them because she shows up early and she backs, right? Because like the people that are 2 and 3 are usually the people that are fighting for this one. But I'm afraid if she doesn't get it, she'll probably show up at my house and knock on my door and be like, hey, open another one. Like, okay.
Make it right now.
Right now. I'm like, all right. And then here is the new one from last time. So then the second one, I open up 5 available spots, and you can get the one that we made last time.
Oh, let me so you can show it there.
I know, here it is. I know it's hard with the stupid background. There it is. But this is Dwayne Fink. This is what they look like in the box. The boxes are amazing.
Yeah. Put
And
together there.
yeah, and the studio always changes the cover on the back to match what campaign we're on. So
Oh,
last
that's a nice
campaign we
touch.
were on 3. So that one, like Big James was the second one. Hold on, look at this thing.
Oh, oh, look at that. Yeah.
Giant.
Got
I mean,
Big
just for
James.
comparison, look. I mean, right? He's giant.
They did
And
him justice. They made him big.
they made him big. He's Big James. Because they were like, should we make him bigger? And I was like, yeah. They're like, I mean, he is bigger than Jude St. Clair, right? And I was like, yeah. They're like, okay, we got you. But like, here's the box for this guy. And so it has the cover for 2 on the back. So they pay attention to detail and they're having fun. And that's why I love that studio. Because when I first talked to them, they were like, you want what? And I was like, yeah, I write this Western apocalypse comic book, like zombies and cowboys. And they were like, uh-huh. And I was like, do you want to make Funko Pops? They're like, say less, we're already done. Okay. I'm like, all right. Because they do like a lot of cake toppers, like wedding cake toppers.
Yeah.
They're like, we have had 17 bridezillas. We would really like to make an undead bear. And I was like,
we just want a nice chain.
yeah. And they're like, and you're nice to us. And I was like, of course.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't keep Big James on each of these campaigns as popular as he is. Just have him up there as a Funko for each one.
I know, but here's the thing. He's expensive.
Oh,
He costs quite a bit to make. These are the only things, the Funko Pops are the only things that I don't carry in my store. And I don't make in advance because they are expensive. That's unfortunately why they're at such a high price point, is because like 50% of that is the pop. They take $100 to make them. So yeah, and it's just hard to have them in the store because they take time to make them too. They're custom made. So be like, you could order one and then it might take 4 months for it to be done. So that's why I was like, order them through the Kickstarter. If you want one, please order them through the Kickstarter. That's really the only place you can get them. That's the one time I'll order them all at one shot, through the studio, and then they make them all, ship them to me, and I can distribute them. That was the best way I could do it. But they're so cool. So people are like, why do you continue doing that merch when it's so expensive? And I'm like, because people love it.
yeah, I mean, that's good reason.
Right. I'm like, people will be really sad if we stopped. So
let's see. Perry was a bachelor for 40 years. He cooks, cleans, vacuums, dusts, all the things.
That's cool.
Good job.
Need more men's like you.
Soup in a sock.
Soup in a sock. Yeah, that's another one.
What is it? You put like oranges or something in it so it don't leave bruises or something like that.
Oh, that's if you're trying to do some damage and get away with it. Like soup can in a sock is like, we're gonna mess this effer up. That's
we want people to know he's hurt.
Yeah, it's gonna leave a mark. A few of them, maybe a dent or two.
Oh, Michael Beacon. Hey, Mr.
Hi.
Beacon. Where is Sim? Speaking of which, where is he? I see him online on Facebook. I'm sending him a message.
Yeah.
Sim, where are you?
Tell him Laurie says come hang out with us or else.
Laurie says get in here or else. Here we go. Let me see what everybody's saying. DJG says hit the like button. Yeah, please do, everybody.
Yeah.
Always helps out.
Yeah, come check out. I have a short link, which is a lot easier to remember than the stinking not Facebook, the Kickstarter like gobbledygook. So if you just go to pale/ I don't have a wrench, but if it's like pale-rider.com, that will get you to this as well.
Let me give you the wrench here.
Shanks.
Everybody has a wrench in my channel, apparently.
Heck yeah.
Everybody pops in as like a wrench, apparently.
Yeah, that's how our channel is too. It's like you get a wrench and you get a wrench.
All right.
Everybody gets a wrench.
I know I seen you in the chat. Where Where are you?
Here.
There we go. Okay. Add as mod. There we go. Okay.
Let's try again. PaleWriter.com. There we go. That's it.
That works.
And thank you, Soul, for sharing my webpage. It's just pathofthepalewriter.com. You can go check out everything there as well. Well, it's cool to have it. What?
Please trim your nose hairs. No, they're not. They're fine. Shut up, Pale Rider. Gosh damn it. We've been through this before with my nose hairs. Huh? You're going to make me paranoid. I'm going to go check them out later.
Right. He's like, I didn't see anything.
Chris is going to be doing dirty things to that bear funk. No, I'm not. There's nothing. It's just a bear. Probably didn't have his French toast yet. Yeah, he probably didn't. Sim's probably still moving slow over there.
That was me this morning. I was like, must get up, must do the things.
Oh, yeah, I know. I get like that at times. I'm like, ugh, I could go back to bed.
Mm-hmm.
I did get a few hour nap in after work though today, so I'm doing all right.
Cool.
Oh, we got Mo. Hey, Mo. Say hello to chat. Michael Beacon earlier said Western apocalypse zombie. What the shit? That sounds awesome.
Oh, heck yeah, man. Yeah, look. This is our like little poster here. So if you like Book of Eli, spaghetti westerns, Walking Dead, and Cocaine Bear, that's Path of the Pale Rider. Your body can die, but your soul doesn't leave upon death. So you're still you, but you're rotten in your own body, which to me is terrifying. And it's people, animals, insects, fish, nothing dies anymore. Death is just gone. We start the story 10 years into that horrificness. The Walking Dad. That's what the guy is with the hi, hungry, I'm dead. That's awesome. But yeah, we start 10 years into that terribleness where things have devolved back to the Wild West. And we're following a cowboy named Jude St. Clair, who's kind of like the last guy still looking for the answer of what, why do the dead no longer die? I love this. I added this here where it's like, what will he discover? A government conspiracy, chemical spill, meteor from space, sentient yogurt.
Yogurt.
Come with Jude on his path through like undead bears, famine, riots, and the fall of society as he tries to survive long enough to uncover the truths, each one more unbelievable than the next. You don't want to miss this extraordinary journey through the wasteland. Can Jude heal the world, or will he succumb to an eternity of decay? And that's the story. I gotta say, he does figure it out. He does. So you will know. If you keep reading, you will know what broke death. What? Let Laurie Calcaterra, did I already tell you that your main character has a kind of a porn star name? No, I did not realize this. Why?
What?
Why is Jude St. Clair a porn star name? Please explain.
Well, there is quite a few different porn stars with like the name St. Clair. I guess.
Really?
I do believe so. If I remember.
Well,
right. So
here's the thing.
Maybe he's referencing that. I don't know.
No, I did not reference pornography, but there is a reference. So the Pale Rider, and Pale Rider should know this too. So if you read the book of Revelations, and we talk about the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, the last horseman, they describe him as a pale rider who rides in on a pale horse, and he who sits upon that horse's name is Death, and with him comes hell, or behind him follows hell, something like that. So Path of the Pale Rider is really about the path of death in the apocalypse. So Jude St. Clair, St. Jude is actually the patron saint of lost causes. That's why St. Jude's, for children, et cetera, right?
Yeah.
So Jude St. Clair is kind of like on this his mission. It's kind of a lost cause. He's been looking for 10 years and nobody knows. He's still looking for the answer after 10 years, after everybody else has given up and just wants to survive. It's just trying to go day to day. So that's, you know, if you look into some of the things I have built into the story, it's there. There's another layer. There's whatchamacallit, I put Jude St. Clair's journal entries in the beginning now. And if you look at some of the dates of these journal entries, there's other things going on. So it's like last issue, I think it's like May. It's May 20th, I want to say. 2020 in his journal. It's Mother's Day. And the issue is about his mom. You see what I'm saying? So there's a whole nother layer of things going on if you look a little deeper. So Soul says, I accept your explanation.
I always like the little details that people put into that and all the little attention they put into their timelines and their lore.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like I'm subconsciously warning you about some of these things that are coming. Mo Big says Cocaine Bear was a ripoff of that time Sugar tried to open an animal strip club in the forest. I still don't understand where he thought the money would come from because it was a passion project. Your chat is the best. That's why I show up and watch your show, is because the chat here is just amazing. You say crazy stuff.
Animal strip club. How would that even work, Mo? Come on.
Oh no, Mo Biggs. I don't even want to read that out loud. No, thank you.
Yeah. Yep.
There will be none of that happening in this story. Sorry. Oh Lord.
I do remember. I mean, hearing about it. Yeah. So
yeah,
sure.
Yeah. Ew. There's sharing, but that goes too far.
Did it take place in Germany, Mo? We'll know how Soul found out. Oh Lordy.
That's just funny.
Let's see. But yeah. So we've got 23 days left on the campaign.
Yes. We're almost there. We're like at 75%. So it's like so close you can taste it kind of thing. So I'll be out and about and pushing, of course, because I would really love to get funded and spend the rest of the campaign just having fun. You know, it keeps us up at night until we're funded.
That's every creator. They're always worrying over it.
Right. And I mean, like every campaign I have done, I've been successful. But every time I start a new one, I'm like, I'm going to fail. That's how we all think.
This is going to be the one.
Like, this is going to be the one where everybody just, turns off their computer and says no, and it never happens. I'm still successful, but still like in the time period from launch until funding, it's always like, oh no, I have to do more work. Hurry, do more. But I mean, all that money goes to is just making sure it's the best version of itself when it goes out. Marco DeFillo is such a great artist and funny, and just puts in his heart and soul into all of these works. You can see why he's worth every single penny. And then Matt Chambers, who came on last campaign, does amazing color work as well. So all really good stuff. Like here, issue 3. So you can see like issue 2 was colored by Marco DeFillo when you look at some of these interior pages. So you can see like he can color too. He does really good work. And then when Matt came on board, we were trying to keep with the same style as much as we could, but the time changed, so the color palette changes. You know what I mean? Because like in number 2, it's like very dusty and dirty and apocalypse and Western, and you know what I mean? Browns and oranges and greens. And then when we jump back in time, it starts out with bright blues and, the sky, page 1, the sky is blue and there's clouds and it's a great day, except for there's a giant car accident and a bunch of people died.
Well, except for that.
Minor detail, right? But the further we go in the story and catch up to this time, the palette will change. You know what I mean? It'll get dirtier and dustier and just more apocalypse looking. So Yep. I love some of just these colors.
So
Yeah.
what happened in 23 days? The campaign's come along pretty nice so far. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We're doing good.
You're not very far from it to getting that funding.
Yeah, and we're actually running a 28-day campaign. I went from a Monday to a Monday. I didn't need those. It's hard because you always get that lull in the middle where nothing happens. So, our goal as a creator is to spend as little as time as possible crowdfunding, but be able to make, your goals in that time. Because the longer there's that lull, it just slows everything down. Those Kickstarter funds, we usually run our story until we run out of money. Like the guys are doing pages until I'm like, okay, stop. We have to replenish, right? So we can only get so far, and then we have to wait for those Kickstarter funds. So if the campaign is 30 days, and then Kickstarter takes an additional 2 weeks to pay you, that's the whole 6 weeks where we have just stopped.
Yeah.
And usually we have stopped before that because I'm already drumming up stuff for the new campaign. So it slows us down, but you know what? It won't always. I'm hoping eventually we can get to the point where we can be running a whole issue ahead. That's the goal, right?
Cycling right through. Yeah. Nice,
Yep.
smooth,
Nice and smooth
line. Yeah.
Yep. It's just going to take us a little bit to get there, but we will. I have faith that, we'll build up capital and we'll go.
Wait a minute. A lot can happen.
Oh my gosh.
So explain yourself. He says coincidence or providence. He says I'll accept it. What? Mo, how come you so easily accept his stuff, but when I say something, you're like, oh, bull crap. Basically, you say I'm acting like a politician or something. Oh, this is baloney.
I'm sorry, I don't get any of the porn references. I just don't watch, don't know. It's not the culture I'm in. So
Nobody.
it's like I don't know.
I don't know. I don't keep up. Let's see.
Mo. Mo says, Soul wouldn't gaslight me, sugar. That's your specialty.
Oh Lord. I don't gaslight nobody. I tell the truth and you lie, Mo. You come in the chat and you spread your misinformation. Like Sim has the covers for his next 5 books already. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like
yeah,
he already has everything planned ahead for his next 5 books.
That's cool. I know Carissa does a lot of that too, where she's like, I really like this artist and they're free right now, so I paid for a cover for a future book. So
let's see.
What?
Ouch.
Yeah.
You're a known liar, sugar. I did not hit her. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh
no.
I am not a known liar, Pale Rider. I only tell the truth. You guys take the truth and then turn it into something else. Chris Mermaid said to click this link. I don't believe she did.
Yeah,
She's not here, Pale Rider.
I'm always afraid when people are like, click this and look. And I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah, he's probably sharing one of his degenerate links from his channel that spreads lies about me. I know what he's doing.
Oh, the chat today. Mo Biggs. My goodness.
It says here, Miss St. Clair retired from the industry and her record was only recently broken by flirting and sugar glider. Sugar, that's your persona.
Your persona.
I do not have a persona.
Is it weird that I know what a persona is? I'm just saying.
That is a lie. Don't listen to him, Laurie. I do not have a persona. I don't know the furry suit.
Oh my goodness.
But speaking of mermaids, she's not here today, apparently. I don't see her in the chat, so I could show my new pajama pants. I got new pajama pants. For my brother bought them. They're Marvel Comics, and they've got like Captain America. in Captain America and Spider-Man, but they're like Festival of the Day of the Dead, skulls with the
Make your screen big and show us.
Oh, I don't need.
I want to see. Yeah.
They got little like the Day of the Dead there.
Marvel Zombies.
Yeah, it's like they're skulls, but like the Day of the Dead kind of skulls.
That's cool. I want those. You know, they are coming out with a Marvel Zombie cartoon at some point.
I heard that they were taking that, was it What If Marvel Zombies from that animated and making it into a whole show?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great one.
Wow,
I really enjoyed that in the What If series. The zombie one was great. Of course, I'm a zombie fan, so.
Of course, yeah. You're a little biased, ain't you?
I am. I'm like, put zombies in everything and let's see how people react. Because it makes them do and say things that they normally wouldn't. You know what I mean? They have to make hard decisions because of the status of the apocalypse. So that's what's interesting to me, is how people make decisions in kind of a crucible when it's real hot and uncomfortable. What do you do? And then you reveal to us who you are.
You gotta make those hard decisions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Ice Queen's here. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, another lady. Save me. Save me. They're all talking about porno in the chat. What the heck?
Talking about these adult videos.
I know. They're like comparing my protagonist to some lady with gangbanging lady. Like, no.
Yeah, well, I mean, we don't know we don't know what Jude St. Clair did in his off time before things went bad.
In his off time? Oof. Let's not go there.
Let's see. If we both didn't have wrenches, I swear to God, right to the Phantom Zone. That's right. Oh gosh. Oh man, that link must have been bad. If he's saying
Which one?
You can say that. Whatever link Pale Rider put.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not clicking on that. No, thank you.
I ain't trusting it. Mo says Sugar doesn't want Mermaid to see his pajamas because he bought them special for their honeymoon. No, I don't want him to see him because, she'll just be like, "Oh, really, Chris? More comic booky pajama pants?
Heck yeah.
What are you, kid?" Or something like that. She'll probably give me hell about it. You don't need that. Let's see. Cool. Sugar got new PJs finally from his mom. The Nightmare Before Christmas one must have been totally worn out of wearing it for you. No. My brother bought these. They were down at a big flea market. He seen them for only like $5, so he picked them up. And I have other pajama pants other than the Nightmare Before Christmas ones, so I can't help it. You don't think of any others. You don't see.
Usually, you don't see him from the waist down. So
I'm not over here like dancing around.
Maybe you should. Then they would see more of your different pajama pants.
Beacon says I once made a zombie head Deadpool for a cosplay. I believe shit.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Later on in the story, one of our comedic relief characters is just a head, by the way. So Jude St. Clair continues into the apocalypse with a head. And they talk.
Oh, so he can talk?
Oh, yeah. They're that, they're undead. So if I don't know if we talked about this. So if your body gets separated from your head, they're both animated. So your body could still be walking around without a head and your head can still talk. They're both rotten. But there's probably a place where there's just a bunch of collected bodies chilling.
Everybody just hanging out.
Yeah, like, I don't know what else to do with these. We'll just I don't know if you can put them to work somehow. That would be interesting. Make them do work.
But all the stains from when he would try to jack Skelly to me. Oh, shut up, Mo. Ew. I would not do such a thing. Come on now. Put zombies in everything and see how people will react. Extra episode 1. Finish sauna.
Do it. I'm all for it. Green light that, please. See what would happen.
What the fuck? I never typed gorgeous. That's the second time that's happened to me today. It's okay,
Aw.
Ice Queen. It happens, when people automatically put gorgeous with me. It just happens. You don't even realize you're doing it. No, I've never seen a pun on Jack Skellington like that. Good job. Yeah, it's creative. Creative. He is witty. I'll give Mo that. I begrudgingly give him that. Beacon says the zombie head Deadpool was wearing the skull of Jar Jar Binks because it was for a Mandalorian Deadpool cosplay.
Oh my gosh.
Creative, Beacon.
That's creative. And yeah, F Jar Jar Binks. Shall we not?
I don't trust any link.
Yes, don't.
You shouldn't.
You could trust my link. My link will just take you to what's on the screen. That's it.
There you go. Trust that one. Don't trust anything Pale
Path of
Rider.
the Pale Rider ones. Path of the Pale Rider, not from Pale Rider. There's a difference.
Not that guy. It was a short bit of Sugar dancing in his new furry suit. It's not
No.
No. I do not own a furry. No, I do not own a furry suit. I have no interest in it, and they are way too expensive for such a thing. I am not paying that kind of money for.
Oh, they
something,
are expensive. Yeah.
Let alone.
I know. Mo Biggs is on fire today. He had his caffeine. I don't,
So I wear.
There's a lot of different ways we can go with that comment, and we will just leave that alone.
I have a variety of different pajama pants, so. Let's see. Mo Sugar took on dozens of zombies in Bathhouse of the Dead.
That was a topic we were talking about last campaign, actually, is how the undead can become used in that manner. And for how long is it okay? Just curious. It's like things that used to be taboo are less taboo. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess guy zombies wouldn't have to worry about Viagra,
Well, guy zombies are SOL. You're done. It don't work. You don't got a heartbeat.
Oh no!
It's the
no
women that have to worry because there's always more lube.
That's true, I guess.
You can use that clip if you want. There's always more lube.
More lube.
Don't watch Laurie Calcaterra. There's always more lube.
Laurie's motto.
Yeah. I have two mottos. Swords don't run out of bullets in the apocalypse, and there's always more lube. That's it. Yeah, so no heartbeat, no heart on.
Well, would rigor mortis affect it, for guys?
Maybe for like the first day, if you have that going on, but then after it's done, then it's done. There's nothing else to, I mean, we could go into discussion about this, how you could put something in there.
A random factoid that might factor in is that I learned about. Apparently, if you get like hung, there is so much % chance that you will die with a like raging erection and stuff.
Yeah, that's why people do that. Where they have like the auto asphyxiation.
Oh.
Like poor David Carradine dying in the closet.
Yeah, oof.
Stuff like that. That's why people do it. It's because it
happens.
happens.
It was like hanging, and then there was like a couple other ways of dying that it would cause it, and I can't remember the other two now. I read about it the other day.
Does it all have to do with oxygen, like drowning?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can't remember exactly. I just remember the first one was like being hung and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oof.
Yeah. Yep. Like that is a closed casket situation.
Yeah.
We don't need to see Grandpa that way.
Poor guy. He knows how expensive they are because he wanted. No. I know how expensive they are because somebody was selling one at Steel City one year, and it was like, holy cow! It was like crazy expensive.
Do you have to disinfect that thing?
Ugh. My niece has always wanted one since she was little.
Yeah.
And stuff. So she's looked it up online and everything, and we've seen the prices and everything. I'm like, oh Jesus, no. There is no way I am buying that.
No.
That's crazy for that price. Let's see. This discussion took place on this channel. No wonder Sugar made his Baldur's Gate character a necromancer. Oh, hush up. I rage quit that. I know you were quite upset. So, with my character.
And surprisingly, my D&D character is not a necromancer. So, mine is a pirate cleric.
I keep telling myself that I need to get back in the tabletop and do it again. I keep telling myself like I need to set up like doing maybe a playthrough of tabletop on like this channel, maybe doing like streams of it or something.
You want to join ours? We do D&D on Fridays on the Madness channel. It's what time does it start? 9, 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we have a campaign going. We're doing the Tomb of Annihilation. One of our he's a anthropomorphic bird named Hermes with no wings. Just got disintegrated. It was a bad day. Yeah, there was no coming back from that one. I was like, can I revivify? And the DM was like, can you revivify a pile of ashes? And I was like, I guess not. He's like, no, you cannot revivify. I was like,
Can we like scoop his ashes up at least?
Dude, it was like 77 damage all at once. And he was like, well, I'm dead. And he's like, yep, you are dead. Damn it.
You are completely gone.
But we knew it was coming because when the DM is like, hey, you all need to build another character because we're going in a place where there's traps where you could just die. And we were like, oh. So it finally happened. We only got like maybe a quarter of the way into the dungeon before we lost him. And it's like every single door we open is booby trapped. So you open a door and you risk dying immediately. And it's like, haven't even encountered a bad guy and lost a party member.
Man. Playing around, yeah. You're always man.
Right? And I was like, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, we're not gonna get far to this tomb.
No, I was like, this is bad. We're all gonna die. And my DM is sadistic. He always, because I'm the cleric, so he's always gunning for me because if I die, none of the rest of them, like I can't run around and save people.
Yeah.
So he's always like, got the cleric, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, I like made the saving throws and survived another round, but he's always gunning for me. And I was like, I'm gonna not participate in some of these things that are going on. I'm gonna be over here in the corner. If someone wants to stand in front of me with a shield, that would be great.
Meat shield, where are you?
Yeah. Somebody, anybody. I'm like, because Max is gonna try and kill me off.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep telling myself because like Sim has always talked about, like I've talked about doing one on the channel with like Sim and Richard. I think Richard wanted to DM.
Cool.
And everything, but I just haven't set about to take the time because like I was playing with like Irene and her group, but it just takes so long.
That's the thing. And as adults, when we're all working and, you know, have commitments in life going on, it is really hard to have everybody show up and have be on the stream every week. That's, I think, the hardest part. When we're there, it's great and we all have a blast and it's shenanigan times. But, every now and again, someone's like, I'm sick, or like poor Max, who's our DM, has medical things going on. So he's just like, can't today. And we're like, oh. But it is what it is. So I think that is the hardest part of playing D&D as an adult, is trying to find a time that everybody can make it consistently. So if you can find that group, keep them. Right?
We were doing it at like, I think it's like on Saturdays at like 3 p.m. or something. And it was like, man, that sucks. Cause I'd have to, cause I work overnights. Like I'm usually asleep. So like the one of the 2 days I'm off, it's like, okay, I got to go home, completely change my sleep schedule for like this one day.
Yeah.
And then like they'll play for like 8 hours or something.
That's hard.
And then I realized I was like, I've played this, because after like, it's like a month or something, I was like, I've played this for like 40 hours. Mm-hmm. And I went up like one level. And I have like a few items that I've bought. I've got a little handful of gold, and that's it. I was like, man, this feels like it's going so slow.
Forever. Yeah. Level up, man. So
Yeah,
give us some experience points or we riot.
Yeah, because like the character I was playing, like I wanted to get him. I really wanted to. I was at like level, I think 3, and like I wanted to get to like level 12, maybe I think, or no 7. No, I think it was 12. Like for like all the stuff I wanted to do with him, I think it was at like 12. I was like, good lord, it's gonna take me years.
Years. We'll be doing this forever.
Yeah, I was like, I don't feel like doing that. Like 40 hours, I could have beat a whole video game in that time.
Yeah, seriously. My character though is really funny. She's a pirate cleric named Luz Butcher, and she has tattoos all over her body. So as we are exploring places and they're like, look at that, I don't know, picture of a lion, and she's like, oh, I got a tattoo of a lion over here, you know what I mean, like, let me tell you the story about it. You know what I mean? She just has all these crazy quirky stories, and she butchers people's names. That's why it's like butcher. So it's like the bad guy's name that we encountered was a mummy named Rosny, and everybody was calling him Rosny, and Luz calls him Rodney. She's like, where's Rodney? Where's Rodney at? And they're like, who? She's like, Rodney, the mummy. And they're like, Rosny? She's like, that's what I said, Rodney. Just like
I got a little worried when you were like, she butchers people's. I was like, oh no.
No.
Oh,
it's
okay,
later than that.
Okay.
So yeah. And then we picked up a wizard partway through, and he is a Thrag queen. He's like a giant bug. He looks like a wasp, but he's a wizard, right? And his name is Vizbiz. That's it. So my character introduces him to the group as Buzz the drag queen. And they're all like, what is going on?
What is happening?
Because of course this guy just joined our D&D group, and he's like, oh Lord, here we go. It's like, welcome to the group.
Just thrown him right in.
Right? Poor Rodney. Yeah, no respect for Rodney, even though he was a undead wizard, undead Rosny the unbeatable or something like that. And she's all calling him Rodney.
On him. Poor guy.
Oh, we kicked his ass. We almost died twice, but we got out of that one alive. Anyways, we have fun playing D&D. Eventually I would like to do a Path of the Pale Rider D&D.
That would be
yeah. Well, I mean, you can kind of experience that with the Choose Your Own Adventure book, because we have that, so you can put on the hat and boots and like run bounties in the West. You die a lot, because I think that's hilarious. So like you can get eaten by an undead bear. You can I think you can get decapitated a few times. I think you get skinned once. There is a way that you become undead and continue in the story. There's that too. So there's a lot of good stuff in there. There's a bunch of people that have added that one on in their pledges this time, so that makes me happy. Anytime people get that one, I love it because it's a little warped and people can have fun. But that eventually, Choose Your Own Adventure books are like the gateway drug to D&D or role playing, right?
Yeah, I had a bunch of them growing up. Yeah.
Did you have some?
Yeah,
we did too.
Adventures, yeah.
Yeah.
But always throws his niece under the bus. I'm just being honest. Oh, Ice Queen says she's got Baldur's Gate 3 now. Oh, nice. Yeah. I still haven't actually. I stopped playing when I stopped streaming it. I have not continued playing it because I don't know. I've gotten into like, well, if I'm going to play it, I need to stream it or something because I've already started that. I don't want to continue the story since I already started streaming. I don't want to leave people out. But then again, nobody's watching me play anyway. So I don't know.
I know. I was like, if I streamed some of the games that I play, I don't know if anybody would watch. I love playing Fallout, and I do all the crazy shenanigans in Fallout. But I was like, I don't know if people would watch or not.
Yeah, I have like 0 watchers whenever I stream it.
Darn.
Oh well.
I was like, I want to go hunt the death claws. Let's go. And then my girls love it. And they're so funny. They're 6 and 9, mind you, but they love watching mom play Fallout because I'll go blow up all the cars. And they think it's hilarious to like throw pipe bombs at the cars and watch them explode. I'm developing the next generation of horror and zombie aficionados.
I mean, like you could probably put a mod on like Fallout New Vegas and turn it into Path of the Pale Rider.
I
use
probably
like a zombie apocalypse mod or something.
Well, there's the what do they call it? They're not zombies, the ghouls, yeah, which are irradiated people.
Yeah, the feral ghouls. They're kind of like zombies.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, yeah, they're still people. They're not really infected. They're just irradiated to the point of insanity, right. And that could happen in this world. Actually, we do tackle that later on. There's a nuclear power plant that's been left for years and years by itself, just having a meltdown out in the desert. So the story takes us that way eventually, and you get to see some of that.
Let's see. Laurie, now you have to come up with a pirate comic.
Ooh, challenge accepted. We'll make Luz Butcher the main character, where she just wanders around and tells people stories about her tattoos and gets into hijinks and butchers everybody's name.
Does it have co-op you could play as Chris? Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 has co-op, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Anthropomorphic bird sounds a feather's distance from a furry.
Yes.
Sugar's Alley.
Oh my gosh.
Going in a place where there's traps. This is basically Sugar's Spock.
Mo's on fire today.
Let's see. It's not called the Tomb of Annihilation for nothing.
Seriously. When you get disintegrated, it's a bad day.
Well said. That a D&D adult life is all about scheduling. Yeah.
It really is.
Don't talk about Dungeon Masters of Pressure and Toxic Relationship was very traumatic for her.
Oh no.
Oh Lord. So now there's apparently a Dungeon Master on top of the gym buddy, Mo. There is no saving throw versus a broken heart. It's true.
That was devastating. We were just silent. We were like, oh no. Yeah, Rodney gets no respect at all. I was waiting for him to be like looking at me fun. I was waiting for the DM to play Rodney like as insulted because I kept calling him the wrong name. I was waiting for that comedic moment. It just didn't come. He did not see me as any kind of threat or anything worth expending any kind of energy or attention on. He was just trying to blow us up with fireballs.
Yep. He said, you know what? You're so beneath me. I expect you to get my name wrong. He
was just like, whatever, squish you. Ah! Run away. Yeah, my character is a chicken shit too. She's always running away. Like, you go first. I'll be around this corner. And when you die, I'll come bring you back to life, okay? All right. Mumbo Jumbo the pirate. Yes! That could be one of the sidekicks in the new story.
Sugar, there are no shroom folks in Path of the Pale Rider. Well, I can't help that.
Well, there might be.
Mushroom
but they're not going to be pretty. It will be people taken over by bacteria and mushrooms.
Let's see. Sugar's life is like a choose-your-own-adventure book, and whenever he does something he's really embarrassed about, it's like he cheats and goes back to the original page. It never happened.
Try it again. Go back. I didn't want that one. I didn't mean it.
Maybe in your warped mind, Mo. That is fake news, Mo. Yes, because it is fake news. No, lies. Beacon says, I'm sure someone has made a zombie apocalypse mod for all Fall games. Yeah, there actually is a zombie apocalypse mod for New Vegas. And
there was a zombie mod for Red Redemption, and that was really cool.
Oh,
that was basically like,
that was actually that was fun. I enjoyed that.
That's Pale Rider right there. You get to ride around a horse and smash zombies if you want. But the zombies are not, but that's the big difference, is because my zombies don't try to eat people. They might shoot you in the face, but they're not trying to eat you. So you could be smashing somebody that really has no ill intent to you. You know what I mean? On the horseback. So he's just like, leave people alone. Or they could come out in a mass and try to mob you, like what's on the picture right there where they're trying to get Jude St. Clair. I'm like, that's a bad day.
Got the zombie apocalypse mod for Oblivion, and it's on the same. Yeah, I got. Yeah, I remember installing a zombie apocalypse mod for New Vegas, and it had like where the zombies would spawn everywhere all over the map, so it was like an apocalypse, and they would attack
Cool.
like even the like NPCs that showed up. So like you could encounter like the Enclave getting attacked by zombies, or the
Cool.
zombies would attack like towns, the faction, the towns and everything, and it was pretty neat how it turned out.
So Lion. You know me. I'm sorry. My mind goes there.
New character.
No
New
need to go all decaying bacteria. Jeez.
Oh yeah. When I first started doing
mind.
the tabletop with Irene and stuff, it was a stream they did over on her channel, and I made Acadia of the House of Hostess.
Yeah.
He was a leshy, a little mushroom. He was a mushroom guy,
Yeah.
and he was a druid.
That's funny.
And I had a little familiar that was also a leshy, and he was my stalwart companion.
Nice.
And servant, Mr. Sporling. But yeah, it was fun. We did like a beginner like little run through.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Oh,
Well,
there's
thanks everybody for
from Beyond.
Thanks for having me on. Yeah, I know. It's like I gotta wrap it up though, because I gotta get on
Oh
the
yeah,
road.
yeah. You said you only got about a couple hours, so we go.
Yeah.
We go. Lost track of time.
I know. It's always fun. And I love it when like 2 hours goes by and like it feels like 10 minutes and we're like, oh, we're still chatting about good stuff. But I got to get on the road today. I got 2 different LCSs to hit today on my quest to get funded. But thanks everybody for watching. We watched this cool video in the beginning. If you caught us later on, go watch it. You can see me and my hijinks and my eye pop out as I talk to myself. It's the craziest welcome video you're going to see on Kickstarter. And when you're done watching that, go down here and watch the blooper reel, which is hilarious. There you go. It's all you get. Go watch it. And then see what works for you. You know, we're really close to getting funded, and I would appreciate, you know, sooner than later, just because I can sleep at night. But hey, man, any support is welcome. Thank you in advance, you know, for checking out Path of the Pale Rider. We got lots of cool stuff. Everything is on this site, so you can see previous issues, all the cool merch, the stretch goals we're working on. And then you can see like the riddles that we do and the short films that are already completed. Once 4 is done, it'll be up here as well if I can get it done before the end of campaign. And there's a bunch of stuff on here. All the other campaigns that are my friends are running are up. I think Keto actually just ended, but there's a lot of good indie out there right now. So go check it all out. Go shopping. And if you have a question or there's something that you want and it's not on here, shoot me a message. I'll put it up there for you. I'll make sure you get what you want.
Yes. Very pro customer here with Laurie.
Absolutely, I am. It's all about the customer experience. It's all about how we have fun together and do shenanigans and read gruesome things and then laugh about other stuff. So we have a good time. We have a good time. I'm having fun, and I want you to come with me. That's it.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Laurie. You know, you're always welcome to join and pop out and talk with us. And everybody, like Laurie said, check that out. Get her funded. So you still got time, 23 days, still got time to get some checks in case you need them to buy something. Maybe you're going for one of those big tiers.
Yeah. Well, and remember with Kickstarter, it doesn't take any funds until it closes. So it's not like you have to have the money in the bank account today because it's not taking it today. It'll come out on October 16th when it closes. So you have until then. But even after that, like it gives you another week to fix stuff. What's that?
I always forget that about Kickstarter where they wait to take it out sometimes. I forget about that sometimes when I'm on the stream.
Yeah, that's why this is slightly stressful because it's all or nothing. So on Kickstarter campaigns, if you don't hit this goal that you set for yourself, nobody's credit cards, you don't get partial funded, you get funded or you don't. There's other ones that do like Indiegogo where you can do like partial funding. Like if you don't hit your goal, you still get the money. but not Kickstarter. So it's like we got to push till we hit this, and then we can have fun. Not that we're not having fun, but that's always that level of anxiety, like we're not funded yet.
Yeah, there's always that in the back of your mind, like, oh no.
Yeah. But that's just the reality of Kickstartering. It's always like that. It doesn't ever go away. So it's just something we live with as creators. So but it's fine. We'll get there. I'm confident we'll get there. We've funded every campaign, so we've unlocked a ton of stretch goals too. So we're having fun, and we're getting there every day at a time.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us, Laurie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let you go.
Yeah, I was like, I think I'm 3 minutes late. I gotta run.
All
But
right.
I love all you guys. This was a great chat. I had a blast, and I've been busy lately. I haven't been in the chat, but I watch Chris's show too, just to hang out in the chat sometimes and listen to what's being talked about. So I'm a fan of this show.
Well, no worries. I know you're quite a busy person, so it's understandable.
Yeah, especially right now.
Yeah.
But I like being here for your show too. So yeah, I will see you again soon. I promise.
Yep,
All right.
Yep, we'll see you later, Laurie.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Okay. And then let me see. I'll go check through the chats here. What's everybody saying? My favorite way to play the Oblivion zombie apocalypse mod was to set it so an original zombie would be in one of the towns and the virus would spread from there, so there was a chance to stop it. Yeah, I always liked how they had all these options with the mod and everything, like how it starts, how you fight it, the durability of the zombies. Can they only be killed by headshots? How they attack towns and can potentially even kill your NPCs, and yeah, it was all really cool. And the Rini cover came out splendid. Yeah, it did. It looks really good. I've seen that on the Twitter, Mr. John. I need to get John on here so we can show it off for everybody. Yeah. And also, speaking of Irene, I wanted to, those people who popped in and joined me, I actually wanted to thank you all for coming in. Irene is actually currently streaming and started streaming a little bit before we did. I didn't actually realize. I knew she was launching today, but I didn't know she was launching at like 10:45 a.m. Otherwise I was like, oh man, I'm gonna be streaming or like at the same time as Irene. Obviously I'm not gonna put a dent in her numbers, of course, right? But it's like, well, I don't want to stream over her launch, But I did pop in and was before I started to stream and said hello and everything, and I've got it running in the background on mute. But I seen Grey Wolf's in there, so I just wanted to thank everybody for I just wanted to thank everybody for popping in and talking and everything, because I was like, oh well, she's streaming, I'm not going to have anybody in the chat. Everybody's going to be over there. But I'm going to try to get her on maybe this week or next week or something. She has 141 more viewers. Oh, I know. So I know obviously I'm not going to put a dent in her numbers, of course, by streaming at the same time, But I know like a lot of people who watch me also like Irene and her work and everything. I was like, oh, well, everybody's going to be over there watching her stream, So... But, folks did pop in and talk with us, so I was quite happy. Let's see. Sugar got my Fiendish 2 this week without custom feeds, so she figured out, oh, nice. Yeah, she's, I think she's using Critical Blast, ain't she, for fulfillment? I think that's what she's doing. I think she's using, Critical Blast. Let's see. I might get. I didn't get Fiendish 2 yet. I might get it with this campaign, maybe. I didn't get around to getting it. I might buy it with this Fiendish 2.5. I might eventually do my review for Fiendish 1. I actually, I do have some criticisms of it and everything, so I might do a review of it and everything. Irene knows my criticisms. I actually talked to her about it one day. Because I know Irene can, handle a little criticism. I know she's able to take it. Let's see. Yeah, folks. But yeah, I just wanted to thank everybody for actually tuning in and joining. Because I just figured, well, everybody's going to be talking over there watching the Fiendish launch, and it's going to be excited for that, and they should be, because everybody likes Irene. She's such a pleasant lady and fun to talk to. But yeah, so thanks to John, Mo, Soul, everybody who hopped in and listened to me, Ice Queen, listened to me gab and bullshit around with Laurie. And go check out her book, Path the Pale Rider. She's a good person. And what else? What else was I going to tell everybody? I felt like there was something else I was going to say before I wrapped her up. Don't know where Sim is. He probably didn't realize we had a stream since I've been canceling recently. With this whole I tried to reach out. Speaking of which, before with the whole Kickstarter thing. So Kickstarter, when I get a message back from a creator, obviously it shows up in my inbox, but also I get an email saying that I got a message. So since I can't access my inbox to message them back, I was like, well, what if I go and reply to that email? Maybe then, it lets me do it. It lets me respond to the email, but I've gotten no response from anybody I sent an email to. So I'm thinking that it's not letting me send the email either, and they're not getting it or something, or it's just showing up in their spam or something like that. So it's like, damn it. Because all those people, there was like 5 or 6 of them that were like, yeah, I'm interested. I'd like to come on. And it's like, oh no, by the time I get to respond, their campaign's going to be ended. And I have no way of getting a hold of them because now Twitter don't let you respond to somebody unless you're both following each other. So it's like, I have no way of getting a hold of these people. And I wanted to have them on. Like there was one guy who had cool artwork, and it was like a squirrel guy that was a samurai. I was like, hey, that looks like really good art and everything. I'd like to know more about that. There was a bunch of different folks. There was a War of the Worlds book. There was there was like a bunch of people that answered me back. Sucks. It sucks. I couldn't get a hold of them because I could schedule them in, and I'd have plenty of guests lined up. Oh well, I guess. It is what it is. Let's see. Sugar keeps name dropping Irene in the hopes that Mermaid is lurking. We'll get jealous. No, Mermaid's probably sleeping. Let's see. Halloween is getting close, by the way. Yes, it is. Yeah, I'll have to try and get more Halloween themed people on. I need to get Katie back on, Nerium, as she is called on the internets. I need to get Katie and Red on, talk about their book. Their little all ages, kid friendly book. Let's see. But yeah, I'll try to I don't know. I'm off today. I'm going to try on my day off to try and find a way to reach out to some more people. I did put a tweet out saying, if you're interested in coming on my show, comment on this tweet, since I can't get through Kickstarter and stuff. And a couple people I've seen did comment, so I got to respond to those comments and see maybe about getting them on the show. And Mr. Feed, I know I reached out to Mr. Feed, but he was busy that week. He said about, I think this week coming up, I think he said about maybe doing something. Okay, that's random. I finished coloring all of Henry's pages on 7 Legions Issue 3. Now for my pages, which will be quick. Oh, nice. Glad to hear it, Mr. Bacon. Let's see. Yes, Red Eyes 1 through 3. Yes, yes. Second chance. Let me see what's this about. Yes, I know. I'm almost out of storage phone. Daggone, I got a phone game on here on this phone, and it keeps updating. It's always adding new content to the game and updating and stuff. It's gotten so bad to where I don't have any more memory on my dang phone. I'm running out. I have to keep uninstalling everything. Like I just uninstalled Discord, Steam. I've uninstalled Steam, Discord. I'm getting ready to uninstall Facebook Messenger. Like, geez, I'm like uninstalling every single app I can think of to make space for this dang thing. Like, geez, and I'm probably going to end up eventually I'm just going to have to delete the game because I ain't going to have no room. Oh, man. But yeah, I'll try to reach out to some more people somehow and line up more guests for the show. I'm going to try to get Irene on. She's obviously a busy lady, but I'll try to get her on sometime either this week or next week, whenever she's got free time. Who else? Mr. Feed, Mr. John from Beyond, of course. Some other folks. We'll see. Should I play more Baldur's Gate? I do need to play it again, I guess. I don't know. It's just nobody watches it. Nobody wants to watch me play. I guess because it's boring. It's boring watching me play games, I guess, because I'm so meticulous about it. I'm going through talking to everybody, like trying to do all the little talking quests and the boring stuff, I guess. Who knows? But then again, if I don't stream it, I'll probably never play it because then I'm like, well, I can't play it because then I'm not streaming it. Like I've already started streaming it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Delete all those trap photos on your phone to free up memory. I don't have any trap photos. What are you talking about? I have a few memes. That's it. I don't take a lot of pictures. Let's see. Sugar, since I have the PlayStation Vita for gaming, which is superior to what you can get on a phone, I don't have data space issues anymore. Oh, Lord. Well, this game is free, so I have thought about getting a Steam Deck. Because getting like the cheap one and then buying a thing to upgrade it with, because that's more cost effective than just buying the higher memory one. I thought about getting that just because the computer shop guy has one, and he always shows it to me, and I was like, man, that looks kind of cool to have. And since it's basically just a handheld computer, handheld PC, I was like, man, that'd be pretty cool to be able to, take and game on play my computer games, on the go. That'd be pretty nice. But then I'm like, well, when would I play it? When would I actually mess with it and play it? Because I'm never, outside of like maybe when I make the big trips, but that's maybe a few times a year. It's not really worth it. Not really worth the money I'm paying. Not when I can just take a comic book or something like that and just read on the trip. Let's see. It's probably videos then. Chris should be smart enough to compress photos. No, you overestimate me and how my knowledge of tech. Obviously, Sugar has never shown you his Nokia N-Gage. What? Oh, Lord. This game is free. Sounds like Marinus is in the room. Doesn't make it good. Oh no. But I'm not really playing. I'm not like sitting there spending a bunch of time playing with it or whatever. So I don't really need it to be like a super amazing gaming experience. Let's see. All right. I don't know. The Steam Deck is too big for my taste and not really portably. Most videos I've seen of it, it's placed on a desk. On the go, the elbow space is probably very limiting. But yeah, it's a little big. It's like you're like this or something like that, you know? It's not like this. It's like, like this, I would say. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like it would be portable enough. Like if I was on a train going to DC for one of my trips or on a train going somewhere, I feel like it would be fine. I feel like that would be enough, you know. I feel like it would be fine. It's just not as accommodating, I guess, as something smaller like a Vita or a Game Boy or something. Someone clip Sugar saying, "I don't need to spend a lot of time messing with it, playing with it, while the screen announces I got a leaky pipe." Come on now. You know what I mean, degenerate Mo. All right. Let's see. I think it's about time for me to wrap this thing up so I can, I don't know, I might go get something to eat. I am getting a little hungry. And then maybe go back to bed. I might go back to sleep. Because I might go back to bed. That'd be nice. And then, what else after that? I don't know. I guess get up, maybe go to the gym, work on guests, maybe work on getting some guests, maybe play something. It'll be like 3 a.m, so I won't stream it, but maybe play something. And then, I don't know. Fix your toilet. My toilet's fine. It just, when they installed it, they just installed it like 8-10 inches from the wall for some reason. So like it's like you got like that much space from the toilet to the bathtub, you can't like put your feet there, you can't sit down normally. Like someone like with long legs or as tall like me, a normal guy, you're like crunched up almost. So you got to sit sideways almost. Yeah. So it's stupid. Like, why would you do that? So that's going to need fixed. I'm going to have to get like a plumber to like uninstall, move it back, reinstall it, or something. So it's more up against the wall, and you can actually properly set. Let's see. Maybe it's time for me to wrap this thing up. Words Sugar should have said when he was with the toxic girl. Oh, come on. Come on now. Gosh, you should have said leave with the toxic girl. Do you sometimes eat pizza and then go to sleep? Yeah. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah. 8-10 inches. You can't sit normally. I'm talking about the toilet, Mo. Come on. Gosh dang it. I'm glad Mermaid ain't here. Let's see. I love that Chris is so genuine that he actually explains his bathroom. Well, yeah, that's the situation. No, the tub is the one that's leaking. Like, I turned the knob, and it's not like turning off all the way. You can still hear a little bit of water running, and then it's leaking down because my bathroom is above my washer and dryer and my cupboard there room, and so it leaks down now through the floor. So I've got buckets set up catching the drip. Ugh. And hopefully next week I'll be able to get a plumber in here and he can fix all that. Ugh. All right. Anyway, I'm getting hungry. Getting a little hungry. I gotta see what I can get into. Find me to eat. And then go to sleep probably. Leaky Tub should be a crossover band's name. Leaky Tub. What's a crossover band? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this thing up and go find me a bite to eat. Irene is still over on her channel, Reenie Draws. She's still doing her launch. I see she's got 6 people on there with her. Look at that. There's her. Oh geez. There's her, Hyper Wizard, Narwhal, Finatra, Jimmy Reyes, and Von Coleman. And I just skipped over, and it looked like Irene was shaking her boobs for the camera. I don't know what she's doing. But yeah, she's got her launch and her art auction going on as well, apparently, plus art auction. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So go check out her channel after I wrap this thing up then. But later, everybody, I'll see you at least on probably Monday. Bye.